Hi, I'm Sue. I'm your garden guru from Garden Shop, and today we are going to show you how to transplant your perennials and divide them. And with me today I've got my team, Bethwell and Alton here, and they're going to help us show you how to do this. So what would our first step be? Today we're going to transplant some liriopes over here, some giant liriopes. So the first thing we need to do is we need to remove the leaves in order to reduce the moisture loss. So we're going to cut them back quite low with a secateur. As you can see, we're cutting them really low because we want to reduce the moisture loss through the leaves, and we also want to stimulate root growth. Once we've cut them back, we are going to remove the plants and we're going to put them in this wheelbarrow here that we've already filled with water. The reason being is that most of your moisture absorption is done through the root hairs, and those are very small little hairs at the tips of the root, and we want those root hairs to stay moist as far as possible, again to enable the plant to get more moisture in once we've transplanted it. Right, so we're nearly done here. We've cut it nice and short, and now we're going to take a spade and we're going to lift the clumps that we've got here, and then we're going to put them into our wheelbarrow with the water for division. Sometimes it might be a bit tough and you might even have to use a pickaxe or something like that to remove it. There you go. Now if you can bring one of those clumps to us. And there we go. Right, so we're going to wash off most of the soil here so that we can see what is happening. Okay. And then I've also brought a bread knife along with me in case it's a bit too tough to split up. But I think these ones are going to be okay by hand. You can also use a secateur. And just remember, once you've split them up, it would be a small little plant like this. Make sure you've got enough roots on it for the plants to actually take. We're sticking it right back into the water so that it can stay moist. It needs a bit of a bread knife here, so we're just going to cut it up a bit. You can also, as I say, use a secateur. And make sure that you've got enough roots on your plants as you go along. Wash them off nicely, and we're putting them into that section here. Right, while Bethwell is doing that, we're going to show you how we've prepared our soil. Now first of all, we've dug over the soil about 25 centimeters so that it's nice and loose, because we're going to plant this entire area here with some of the liriopes. And then we've got some compost here. Yeah, and we're going to spread some compost over this area. Nice thick layer of compost. And someone empty the whole bag onto this area here. The more compost the better. That's also going to help with the water retention to prevent the plants from drying out. There we go. And then we've also got some 315 fertilizer, which is very good for root development. And we're going to sprinkle a layer of 315 over the area that we've now dug over. Nice layer over there. And then we're going to just work right into the soil a little bit with a fork and then use a rake to level the area nicely. So we're working in the compost into the top layer here, along with the fertilizer. And then we're just going to take the rake and level the area again. Rightio. And then I've got my little hand trowel with, because these plants aren't very big. If you're transplanting big things, you would use a bigger spade, but for now this would suffice. So we've prepared our area, and now we're going to place our divided the riotes. That one's got no roots on it. And then we're just going to dig a nice little hole. And secure the soil around it nice and tight. You can see I've been trying to keep the soil as moist, the roots as moist as possible. Alton is planting them nicely into this corner here. Let's get a few more. Make sure you've got roots on them for transplanting. Right, so you can see we haven't even used up one of the plants that we've removed, and already we filled up quite a significant area with these. We're just going to finish planting these ones. You can see, make sure you secure them nicely around the root base. You don't want them to wash open once you start watering. And this time of year is a very, very good time to transplant and divide, because it's not that hot and your moisture loss is a lot less. There we go. Two to go. And you'll see very soon these plants would actually start shooting. We've given them a lot of fertilizer now, and in no time they will actually fill up this area. Now the last step is to actually make sure that you water this area well, and for that we're going to use a hose pipe, but you can also use your watering can if it's not so big. So we're just watering it nicely around the base of every plant. And that's our division done. Thank you very much for joining us for this meeting, and thank you to Bethel and Alton, my team, who's always there to help you if you need any help. My name is Sue, and I'm your garden guru from Garden Shop, and you can get all my details on our webpage, gardenshop.co.za. Thank you very much.